My my host aunt. My host is sure small. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. You're saying that, but you call yourself the solo host.
Wait, guys, since our podcast name is Coast to Coast, are our fans just Americans?
Well, there we go.
What do we call our fan base here? I was trying to
Coasters,
think of a name.
coasters.
Coasters? Dude. Yeah.
I like coasters. Ooh, ooh, yeah.
I was about to say, don't go around telling people about it. Dude, I'm a part of the Coast Guard? Huh? You chose that branch?
I've heard some pretty good things about the Coast Guard.
Yeah, yeah. It's something.
Well,
No,
well,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'll
We
definitely keep.
appreciate anybody who's active
Well,
duty in the Coast Guard. Thank you very, very much.
yeah, thanks for your service. Yeah, especially
Yeah,
for the coasters.
I celebrated Veterans Day by playing Lego Star Wars for 12 hours straight. It was a great day.
Let's go. Do you think veterans fuck with Lego Star Wars?
Well, considering it's the greatest Lego game of all time, I'd hope so.
You see, this is where you're just wrong because it's clearly Indiana Jones. No, no. Oh
There's only
no.
two games that are on Lego Star Wars TCS's level, and that's the first Lego Batman. Okay, okay.
Mhm,
And
okay.
then Marvel Superheroes 1. Those are the only ones that are on the Legos TCS level. Harry Potter's years through 1 through 4, that is firmly in 4th place. It is the
I
very
have
best
not
in that
played.
next tier.
I have not played the Harry Potter or the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit Lego, so I'm not sure if I'm missing out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did not get to
it
play
is.
it.
I'd say that's probably my 5th favorite. But Lego Harry Potter 1 through 4 is probably the game that I grew up the most playing outside of TCS, and it's purely because of the build your own levels. I loved doing build your own levels, and me and my cousins would just put a crap load of spiders on them because we would get fucking scared. And so we would have like a massive Lego stage where there's like lava on the ground and then a ton of spiders on the stage, and it was just so much fun. Yeah, pretty much. You would have to spam a Vada Kedavra just to get to the end.
Hmm,
That's how 8-year-olds have fun, man.
for some reason.
See, I my cousin
Mhm.
yeah, I
I hear
never
you.
played Skywalker Saga, but my cousin was a big fan of the Clone Wars Star Wars 3 Lego game. I never got around to playing that, but I've heard really good things about it. I loved Lego Batman. I thought Lego Batman was a really fun game, and what Lego Batman does amazing is it tells its own story. It's not a copy of any movie. Like obviously with Star Wars, you're going to go through the original trilogy and then the prequels and stuff like that. So you're kind of limited to that. But with Lego Batman, you don't know what comes next, and I think that's what makes it so much more enjoyable is because it's a new story when you're going through it. On top of the amazing, amazing character sets, like obviously you have the different outfits for Robin and Batman, Joker, but then just the amount of character depth that was in that game was really ahead of its time, especially for how early. Well, not especially for how early it on, but it was just ahead of its time. It was a great game. I loved Lego Batman.
Yeah, just the nature of
I
it is
don't
just
think there's
super
like a
super fun.
genuinely bad Lego game.
Let me look it
Agreed.
up.
Lego Pirates of the Caribbean was also I felt
Worst.
like Lego Pirates of the Caribbean was also pretty
Oh my god,
enjoyable.
guys. Speaking of games, Anthony, maybe you've
No
been.
shot. No shot. It says worst Lego game, and the first image on the
Let me
right
see
is
this.
TCS.
Somebody said Lego Movie 2.
That's valid. That's very valid.
Lego Dimensions. So, Anthony, did you play different game here? But I'm feeling very nostalgic right now. Did you get to play Lord of the Rings: Return of the King on the PS2? Oh my god, don't, dude. Let me tell you, bro. I don't know if they are planning on it, but a lot of people were requesting for it, bro. They need to remaster that game. It would make so much money, bro. So much money, bro. That game was so good. That game was so good. The exact same thing. I just want to play it again. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Return of the King was. I was looking at buying a PS2 just to replay it, but I mean PS2 prices, man. They're sort of rare to find. So I guess that's why they're not cheap. But man, I'm not spending $200 on a PS2. I mean, I'm sorry to God. No, 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 no. No, even if so, I don't have my PC doesn't have a PC disc port, which I mean, it's really sad. Yeah, I'm one of them, digital newbies. Yeah. I mean, you're the physical media guy. I thought you would. Today, yeah, today it is. It really is. Man, dude, what a game Return of the King was, bro.
I never even heard of that one.
That is, I would never play that, bro.
Guys, I have an interesting stat for us to start the football talk with whenever we get to it. But also, that is criminally low for Lego Star Wars TCS. There's no fucking shot you have Lego Batman 2 above TCS. That's horrid. It is. Yeah. If you're gonna have a Lego Batman game above TCS, it has to be the first one.
I don't recall this one. I don't recall that one. Was it goaded?
Did you ever play Lego Star Wars? Did you ever play Lego Star Wars: The Clone Wars on PlayStation 2? Or sorry, not Lego. Sorry, not Lego. Just Star Wars: The Clone Wars on PS2. I just sent a screenshot of it in the chat. That was like my game growing up. I loved that game. I loved MVP baseball NCAA 06 because I could play as Wichita State baby, and that just made my day. I loved playing as college baseball for Wichita State and those terrible graphics. It was a fun game too. I would play with my dad, and he would kick my ass, and I'd have a great time. Mhm. Dude, there's no way I was in love there's there's no way I was this in love with a game that has Texas on the cover of it. This game was fucking awesome. I loved it. Anybody who played NCAA baseball on the video game, that they know what I'm talking about. This game was just beautiful. It was amazing. Talk about a nostalgia boner.
Change the subject real quick here, guys. I'm just really excited because I'm buying a brand new vinyl. I might have said it on the show here. I'm a big record guy. I think I've said it right. I want to ask you guys if you guys know about a Godspeed You Black Emperor. Maybe you know Anthony. Ooh, boy, you're missing out then. How big are you into? I think. Um, uh, I'm not gonna say Pink Floyd because you probably like Pink Floyd. I'm thinking of something that's closer to it. Yeah, I mean, because it's very psychedelic and it's classified as post rock, so I mean it's quite close to Pink Floyd. But I mean, for instance, this record I'm about to purchase, it has how long is it? An hour and 27 minutes, and it consists of 4 songs. So, I mean, the songs are quite longer compared to Floyd. Obviously Floyd has songs as well, but they put short songs in between, and it's not the case with Godspeed. Um, no, nothing. I just wanted to share I'm buying a record. I'm quite excited about it. I thought maybe you would be familiar with the band. I think you would like that. I'm thinking of something that's more popular, that is closer to them. I think Pink Floyd is the closest thing, honestly, from popular bands. But you hear it and you would like, yeah, nah, Barufi was on crack. This is nothing to do with Pink Floyd. This is the one I'm buying. If I were you, I would just start with this album that I just said in general. It's called "Lift Your Skinny Fists Like Antennas to Heaven." Uh, yeah, I remember when I first saw the name of the band, and I saw the exclamation mark there, and I saw a long ass album name. I was like, this is probably shit. That's really what I thought, honestly. I thought it was gonna be modern, and not that modern is a bad thing because there's a lot of good modern music. I mean, this year alone has been really good for metal and rock, but um, the kind of stuff that I listen to, the record names are not so long and stuff. So it was quite different to what I listened to, and you might not like it first listen. I didn't like it first listen, but it's a phenomenal record. Really, really good. And I don't know how big you are into rock as well, Jacob, but, this is a it is it definitely it definitely is, but it's also not that extreme or that,
As far as rock
hidden.
goes, I tend to stick with Linkin Park, System of a Down.
So,
I
you see,
like some from Breaking Benjamin.
you're
But I
sitting in
don't know if
metal.
Breaking Benjamin's rock.
You're sitting in metal. Okay, we're gonna have to yeah, so we're gonna have to move you into more classic rock if you were to
For
listen to this
classic
record
rock, I mean,
edition.
I listen to AC/DC, I d
Yeah.
yeah, I listen to the big names. AC/DC, fuck me, I can't think of their name right
Fun
now. I
fact,
actually drafted their
AC/DC was the first, record and first shirt I ever purchased, and
I like
nowadays
Guns
I
N' Roses
barely
too.
listen to AC/DC. I me personally, I don't like Guns N' Roses. We can have a whole discussion on this, but not something I'm big on. Um, They
They're
no, they
overrated,
have
but
really good
they're
songs. They have
catchy.
really good songs. They have
They're
really good
very
songs.
catchy, but they're not like all-time greats
You
or
see,
anything.
we're gonna introduce you to like more popular stuff, but they're gonna bridge you into to rock like Radiohead or the Smiths. Um, stuff like
I do like Slipknot from what I've listened to Slipknot, I like Slipknot. I really like Skillet. Skillet, I grew up listening to.
maybe he's just born to be a metalhead, Anthony. I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Um, for up and coming metal, I also really like Sleep Theory. I think Sleep Theory is really good.
I'm not familiar with. Yeah, I know you're a big Dream Theater guy, right?
Me?
No, 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 Anthony. Did you listen to their new single or new single came out? Yeah, but this is with Portnoy. You know, Portnoy's back on their band. Um, well, it's definitely better than some of their later stuff released recently.
My favorite song by Sleep Theory right now is "Gone or Staying." I don't think that's one that you would like, Anthony. I mean, it's just like relation. It's like relationshipy. I don't think. Okay, then never mind. Then Snuff is my favorite Slipknot song because of that. Yeah, I love Snuff.
I don't know. I don't know how sad you guys can get, but if you guys want to get depressed, you listen to this. Hold on.
Dude, I have One Last Hope by Danny DeVito on my
Oh
playlist.
my
I
god,
can
what's
listen
next
to
one?
anything.
There you go.
Um,
They released a single for it already, no? Mhm.
man, there's so much good music. My playlist is all over the place. Also, I want to circle back to this because I haven't talked about it in a while. But the death of Marshall Mathers, or sorry, the death of Slim Shady, that album is probably my most listened to Eminem album because I continuously listen to it in reverse order. It's so fucking good. I like on first listen, it was okay, but the more and more I listen to, I just love it, dude. Fuel is such a good song. Habits is amazing. I fucking love Habits. The opening song, I can't think of what it's called. Renaissance, great. I love it. It's exciting. Brand New Dance came around on me. I start to enjoy that song quite a bit. And then the rest are like all B plus. I don't have an issue with any of these other songs. Somebody Save Me is probably another A song. Temporary is good for those who enjoy it. It's not necessarily my cup of tea, but I can see how people love that song. Uh, Guilty Conscious 2, that's great. Head Honcho is like just a fucking bop your head in the car song. This whole album is just head to toe quality. It gets a nine. Yeah, it gets a 9 out of 10 for me, and probably his best album since the Eminem since Eminem show. Although I will say this, I'm weird and I enjoyed Kamikaze. I also enjoyed Music to Be Murdered By and Music to Be Murdered By too. But I understand the disconnect in those and normal Eminem. hmm I thought Kamikaze when I was listening to Kamikaze because I was a freshman when that came out, dude. I was banging my head to that shit. It was so fucking good. Like the ringer, greatest, dude. As a freshman, like, you're a 14-year-old kid. You fucking love that shit. Him just talking about how he's better than everybody else. I fucking love that. That's awesome. Um, Revival sucks, but there are some songs on it. There are some songs on it that I enjoy, and when I say some, I mean two. Um, I like River. That one's not bad. And then Offended, I like, but I only like Offended because he just kind of goes off the wall the entire time. It's like 6 minutes straight of him just yapping, and I kind of enjoyed it. But yeah, no, I can't. That album fucking blows.
Goated. Very briefly. Mm,
I would love that.
I think it's goated, yeah.
Wait, real quick, can I get a football stat out of the way?
Yeah.
Fuck, I lost it. Okay, let me pull it up. Go ahead and talk real quick.
I don't like that defense. I don't like that defense. I really don't.
All right, Anthony, I'm sending you an image. Put it up on the stream because this is the Dallas Cowboys' home score in their last fourth quarters.
My goodness.
The Cowboys in their last 5 home games have entered the fourth quarter against the Packers in the NFC wildcard down 41-16, against the Saints in week 2 41-19, Ravens 28-6, Lions 37-9, and Eagles 28-6. Holy shit, the Cowboys suck. Also, I'm pretty sure all of those games except for the Packers ended with a worse score than the fourth quarter enter. Or did they come
That's
back a little bit
unbelievable.
on no, they came back on the Ravens. They did come
That
back on the Ravens a little bit. But still, this is terrible, dude.
that's
How do
horrible.
you how do you do this at home? I
No,
get they're
yeah,
good teams.
season
Like
ticket
all those
holders, and I know those season ticket. I spent a lot of money. I know for a fact those season ticket holders are spending a lot of money to be at AT&T Stadium. Look it up for me, please.
I'm pretty sure the Cowboys
Oh, the
stadium would
glare,
be
yeah,
cheaper to get
unbelievable.
season tickets to than your or than the Dolphins.
Ah, you think so? But how do they not? But how do they not think of that? I mean, how do they not think of that? Yeah.
Well, it's been this way for years. How do you not make the change? Because it's affected CeeDee Lamb on multiple occasions. It's probably cost him like 3 or 4 touchdowns. There was one, there was one last year where I think it was against the Steelers, or it might have been 2 years ago, where he literally had one in the end zone, like a 60-yard bomb, would have been free, but then he had just gone into the glare of the window, and it caused him to drop the ball. I'm just like, "What the fuck, Jerry? You have money. Get curtains. It's simple. Take your window, damn it." Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to put Jesus on the cross on his fucking Oh god. He has so many solutions to this and he hasn't chose one yet. And he needs to put a picture of Des Bryant in the shower. on the fucking white.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I mean, not that I don't remember it, but caught me off guard here, dude. Dude, Chandler Jones. I hope he's in therapy, bro, because that man was going through it, bro. God, bro. Jeez, bro. Yeah, I think he actually got help or something because that guy he was not doing good. His
Yeah, his
case of
brother's a piece
CTE
of shit.
his case of CTE is actually worse than Antonio Brown's. Like it's
No,
bad.
Chris Jones has to be fed up because Chris Jones has to fucking deal with Chandler and John. Like that has to be
Oh my
fucking awful. Imagine being related to Chandler Jones and John Jones. Like your life is fucking terrible. Yeah, Chris Jones is the brother of no Chris Jones. It's Chris Jones, John Jones, Chandler Jones, and then they have another guy who wasn't the greatest athlete ever. But yeah, no, Chris Jones has to fucking put up with those two as his siblings. Like that's fucking awful. Oh no, he's not. Never mind. I could have sworn he was. That must have been if Julio Jones is related to John Jones, that whole family's fucked. I don't think he is though.
Is that a mugshot? Oh my god, no.
Well, look up John Jones' brothers because he has two brothers in the NFL. I know that much.
No
Arthur Jones,
way.
that's it. I knew he was. Yeah, no, I definitely knew he was related to Chandler Jones, but I didn't know who the other one was. Arthur Jones. Yeah. Fucking hell, dude. Imagine me and Arthur Jones having to fucking put up with Chandler and John. That'd be miserable, dude. Also,
How long do you guys think you could last in a conversation with Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, and Chandler Jones?
and John Jones, I'm killing myself.
No, you guys are just sitting down and talking. How long do you think you could last before completely losing your shit?
Am I being paid?
Do you could you last 10 minutes?
In a conversation with Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, maybe.
And Chandler Jones.
With Chandler Jones and John Jones, I'm actually going to shoot myself because John Jones is so fucking insufferable. I can't stand that guy. This guy hit a this guy hit a pregnant woman's car while she was in the car and then ran off because he didn't want to get caught drunk driving. And he's
That shit
and
crazy.
he yeah, and he's not in jail, not in prison, not like didn't face any time. Like it's fucking insane the privilege that that man lives with and just gets no fucking ridicule, really. Like he gets ridicule, but like gets no punishment for his actions. I hate
Yeah.
that guy so much. And he's fighting Saturday, in case you guys didn't know.
No, bro. No, you're reaching. You're reaching. You're
I think
reaching.
I think
No,
I
you're
think with
reaching.
Antonio Brown, if 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 Chandler Jones isn't there and it's just Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell, I'm sitting there for hours because that would be so fucking funny to hear the stupid shit that they say. Agreed. I'd be like, Antonio Brown, what do I got to do to be cracker of the day, man?
No,
Yeah.
no,
Of course, he's saying
in
that
all
Antonio
honesty,
Brown's.
it actually scares me. Um, what happened to these guys? I mean, Le'Veon Bell as well. Like that guy he had good interviews. I remember watching his interviews. Like he was a stood up person, you know. like a well-spoken person. And I mean, the other day, and the AB as well. But this past week, Living Bell made a whole like a big ass fucking tweet talking about how he. Did you guys see this shit? He was in a transgender's girl's DM, and the girl like exposed him and whatever, and he was like, "Why? Why is this kid doing all this?" Like, it was so funny. It was so funny. Please find this.
Just
Please find this.
speaking of being in DMs, what the fuck, Quinn Ewers? What was
No,
that?
no, no, no. We'll get to that later. SEC quarterbacks are on something. We'll get to that.
Wait, who is the other SEC quarterback?
Fucking Milrow.
Oh God.
Yeah, bro.
Prism
Huh?
prismatic Elon.
Like, it's so funny. No, keep going down. You gotta find it. It's a large. It is so what?
What the Le'Veon Bell is my goat. I could last hours in a conversation with this dude.
No, no, he's actually cheering for Mike Tyson. No, read it, read it. He's cheering for Mike Tyson.
If Mike Tyson beats Jake Paul, my day will be better.
Yeah, you're
No, they're
probably gonna
fighting
cheer for him.
Friday.
No, 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 no. What I'm talking about, the what Le'Veon said about the transgender girl.
Super fucking base. Super base of Le'Veon Bell to say that it wasn't Robert Sala's fault. Insight. Why is Kyler Murray on there? What the fuck? Wait, no, go back to that. They have Kyler Murray on there, but they don't have Baker Mayfield. What?
I think Kyler should be there. Hurts shouldn't be there. I don't know why Hurts is there.
Mahomes shouldn't be there. Why is Baker not on that list?
Yeah, no, yeah. That is definitely the clown. That is definitely the clown here. One
Okay,
thousand
but
percent.
how is Baker not on that list? That is what I do not
See,
understand.
that is a whole another thing, and I agree with you. But
If you don't have Baker,
there,
what?
there, Anthony. Read that right there, Anthony. Show more. No, no, show more. Show more. Okay, yeah, that. Understand what's going on? Yep. Look at this shit. Bad. I mean, as in curse words. As in like curse words or no, 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 no. He doesn't. No, 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 no.
Wait, why did he repost this? Did he seriously?
Yeah,
Did
he
he seriously
retweeted it.
try and defend himself?
Yes, like he basically he was just saying like, oh, I should have been loyal and shit, and that's my fault. But why are you like exposing me? That's basically what he's saying. Like it was so funny.
The audacity to be like, I know I was trying to smash, but why would you tell everyone?
Yeah, that's basically what he's saying. Yeah, you couldn't have said it better. No, I will definitely say though. I think Chandler Jones is the worst of them.
Easily,
Of the three.
easily. That
Of
guy
the three.
sucks.
What? Jesus
If
Christ.
you if you're one of the Jones brothers, you suck ass.
I think AB is the funniest. It's been a while now he's been doing it, right? I've
Yeah,
seen it a
because
few
he was
times.
talking shit on Tom Brady for
I've seen it a few times now.
wasn't he talking shit on Tom Brady for being fake with the Bucks or some shit? Redacted. Redacted.
We ready, yeah? Honestly, fuck Dallas. Move on. Move on. Fuck Dallas. Yeah, yeah. And I mean, Cowboys are super injured. Uh, on top of that, no surprises there, dude. Oh, I, I don't know about you guys, but I get tired of it. I really get tired of it. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, really tired. It tires me. I mean, unbelievable, unbelievable. It's truly something, isn't it? I just think it's truly something. Chiefs fans have it so good. It's
Any other
unbelievable.
week, I would be pissed off that the Chiefs won, but because I was with my cousin who's a Chiefs fan and it kept morale up, I was perfectly fine with the blocked kick.
You see, I you see, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
Oh yeah, and it made
Every
my roommate's
year,
parlay hit, so it's all in good faith.
me being the good Dolphins fan I am, I have to wait until the last undefeated team loses so I can celebrate the one good thing I can celebrate every year, which is the 72 season being intact. But now I'm looking at their schedule after surviving that loss because they survived that loss. And
Hey, question:
if they beat Buffalo, I don't know who
Is
they're going to
the
lose to.
if are you cheering for the Bills against the Chiefs then?
You see, that's a paradox, isn't it? And I can't sit here and tell you I'm cheering for Buffalo. I mean, I can't do that. I can't sit here and say, yeah, I'll cheer for Buffalo. I can't do that. And you know why? Because if Buffalo wins, beautiful. The Chiefs lose. But the Chiefs are gonna play multiple other games where they can lose. And they can hope for that loss. I mean, they play some other they play some other games. They play Texans and shit. So it's not like yeah, so it's not
The
like they
Texans
have
look
to
like
lose this
ass
game.
right now, though.
I'm not really high on them. I'm not necessarily worried about it in that sense, but Chiefs have to lose. And also if Buffalo wins, I have to hear all week how Buffalo is the greatest team of all time and how they're winning the Super Bowl, and I really don't want to go through that.
Well, I
So
mean they are, so you got to accept it eventually.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Are you so you're saying the Dolphins are gonna win the East? Fuck.
You got hit with the god no, dude.
No, listen, we're winning the next two games, guaranteed, stamped. Okay, all right. Then No, 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 no. We're winning the next game, and then we're beating you at home. Okay, and I'm talking to you specifically. We're beating you. Yeah, you hear me? You hear me? Yeah, you hear me? You hear me? You hear me?
To be fair, the Niners have been playing like hot ass this year. Although Purdy did look good in that Bucks game.
Yeah, I don't think they look like ass, but they're definitely looking better. Definitely starting to. Yeah. Um. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
I
Bills
don't
look
really have anything to
amazing.
say. Also, in regards
This
to the
is the best
Colts,
team in football.
you see, you're just saying this supposed to piss me off. I'm convinced. Anyways, um, I was gonna say with the Colts now they're announcing Richardson as a starter. Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
I mean, it could be matchup based. The Jets suck ass against mobile quarterbacks, but also they should just stick with him.
Wow. Okay.
I would still gladly
No,
take
no.
him with the Saints.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be fired. I'm just saying consider how he ended the year on a high note last year. It's kind of crazy that we're saying this, right? And again, I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's not something I expected
I mean, it's
at
the same
all.
conversation we had last year with Brian Dabble. I mean, he had a really good first year with the team, and then he had a terrible second year. And he's showing that he still hasn't had a good year in his third year. So I'd say Dabble's in a hot seat. If you project the similar thing to happen with Shane Steichen, I don't see why he wouldn't also be on the hot seat.
Yeah.
And then the Saints will sign him, and I love that.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is that what karma is? Perhaps. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but it shouldn't even come to that, right? Yeah, it's just
Right,
this
but I mean, at
flopping.
bare minimum, if that is the case, at minimum, they're acknowledging they made a mistake in changing that instead of just writing it out, which I respect.
But it also shows that they doubted their decision at first anyway. It's like I don't know. If you think this guy gives you a better chance of winning now, and that's why you're playing him, why are you putting him out after his first game? Then you didn't really trust him to be that guy in the first place. I don't know. Yeah, it's either one or the other. Yep.
Yeah, Ursay, just like the we need to fire Jerry part of the Dallas Cowboys thing, they need to fire Jim Irsay as the owner.
How does that work exactly? The owner only leaves when the owner wants to leave? How does that work exactly? Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. The MLB needs to do a forced removal of the A's owner. I don't know his name, but he sucks.
I feel bad for the people, um, Athletics fans because that last game they packed that the house, man. It was, yeah, a competent team, right? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. 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 Yep.
it's fucking ridiculous. It was a protest. They tanked not to get a better team. They tanked for the sole purpose of saying "fuck you guys, I want to make money," which is so scummy in its own case. But if you look around the league for like A's players, Matt Olson, 40 home run player for the Rays. Austin Riley. Oh wait, no, not Austin Riley, but Matt Chapman, also great fucking player. Traded away from the A's for jack shit. Who's the catcher? Yeah, Sean Murphy is the catcher that I was thinking of. He was traded away for dog shit. Lucas Ursig was traded to the Royals. He went on an 18 save streak and didn't give up a run in all of those 18 saves, and he was traded for quad A level players. Like, what the fuck is this organization doing? It's so disrespectful to just be tanking for the purpose of making money in the future, and I think that's so fucking scummy.
Salary cap.
No, it's not a salary cap. They need a salary minimum.
Yep. They need both. Yeah. Well, one hand washes the other, kind of, right?
The Yankees are also terribly fucking ran. The Yankees are the worst run organization in Major League Baseball other than the Oakland A's, and it's not because they don't win, it's because they don't win the championship when they should every year because they have an advantage on every other team. They are inherently at a whole other level as far as ability to win purely because of the amount of money they have and that they can spend. And the Dodgers are doing it great. The Dodgers are easily the creme de la crop of the MLB, and they're doing it exactly how they should be. The Yankees are a poverty franchise for a team that makes so much fucking money. Their revenue and profit margin should be able to fund any World Series winning team every single year. And the fact that they're getting bounced by other teams, well, this year the Dodgers make sense, but like other teams in the playoffs every year, it's pretty fucking pathetic.
And I'll know Juan Soto, right?
That's not confirmed, but it's pretty likely that he's either going to be a Dodger or some
A
other
Dodger?
team. I mean, yeah, it's pretty likely he's going to be
No.
a Dodger.
No, nah. Oh, come on.
The guy who was like my The apple to my
Uh,
eye right now is the, pitcher coming out of Japan. I think the Royals have they have a possibility of getting him. It's unlikely, let's be real, but he's not gonna get a big contract. He's like a shoe-in for Los Angeles, but he has a chance to go to
uh,
other organizations like, Shota did, but not because of what Shota did. He's in the same situation that Shohei Ohtani is. He's gonna get a minor league contract, so he won't get paid that much for his first 3 years because of how young he is. So that gives other teams an opportunity to pitch to him why he should come play for them. The only issue is the Dodgers just won the World Series. They have three Japanese-born players that don't speak English. They only speak Japanese. That's a very big selling point because it'll make him feel more at home. So it's kind of just a fuck it and pray that we can get this guy. Yeah, it's really bad as far as like chances, but it's not impossible.
if for some reason Juan Soto goes to the Dodgers, I mean, isn't that just ruining the product? No, 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 not him. No, 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 not him. No, 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 yeah, no, not him. I'm saying for the MLB as a whole, like,
I also fucking hate what what
yeah.
what they did with Otani of moving money down the road that they don't have to pay until he's not even fucking on the team anymore. That shouldn't be allowed. Yeah, it's fucking stupid that that's allowed.
And a lot of teams are probably gonna try to do that because they do it in the
Yeah,
first year,
Cliffy,
they win a World
did
Series.
you know about that?
Yeah,
Where
I
Shohei
knew
Ohtani
it.
was
Yeah,
only
it's
making 2
ridiculous.
million this year.
No, yeah, I knew
He's
it.
gonna make
It's
80
ridiculous.
billion a year in like 10 years, but he's only gonna make 2 million for the next like 8 years.
I know it's
Fucking
ridiculous.
stupid.
Well, I mean, if the Dodgers keep doing that and the league doesn't do anything, they might win 8 of the next 10. But I mean,
Let's not get too out of hand. This is still the Dodgers that we're talking about. They'll choke it away somehow.
I mean,
Um, It's because the Dodgers consistently draft in the Rule 5, knowing that they can continue to gain assets while also being one of the top contenders in every international prospect pool, which is why there's a limit on how much you can spend in an international prospect pool, because otherwise they would all go to the Dodgers because of how many people. They have one really good translator at the Dodgers facility. Is they supply amazing like opportunity for those players and make it a really fun selling point to go play for the Dodgers. It's also a massive market, so you can pitch your name and make sure that you are a known commodity. And so, if it wasn't for the limitations in those international drafting pools, then those players would only flock to LA.
mm,
100%.
yeah, no. Every other league has it. Every other league has it. No, like what's so bad about what's so bad about having it? Good job. No, no, just it was kind of known already from the matchup. Um, and I mean the Titans just have no fire right now, right? It's just
Are
I
the
mean,
Chargers legit?
I think so. I think so. I think the a team that plays solid defense and has a good running game and a strong quarterback like Herbert, it's I think is the easiest way to build a team, and that's what the Chargers are doing. That's what Harbaugh, that's his philosophy, and it's clearly working out. I mean, they're running down the ball and solid defense again.
Yeah, I really want to see them draft a receiver in this next year class. I think everybody does, but I think if they could trade up and get one of those really, really good ones, like the Arizona kid or Luther Burden, or even if they stay in their pick in the second round and they get like Theo Weiss out of Missouri, I think that'd be a really good addition for them.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it didn't look pretty. Mm-hmm. Speaking of the receiver draft and whatnot, um, I mean, it really depends because knowing Harbaugh, he might go inside offensive line. Honestly, he already have two really strong tackles, and he might just want to try to build a fucking wall in front of Herbert and that running game. You know
The only way he drafts an O lineman is if he anticipates a free agent to leave, which is what the Saints did with Larry Warford when they draft Cesar Ruiz, which I still fucking hate that decision. Whatever,
that
fucking kill me.
that's fair.
Um, But I don't anticipate him thinking that it's a need going into the offseason unless he's anticipating someone to be leaving either this year or next year, in which case he might draft a developmental guy like the Saints did again with Ryan Ramczyk and then install him whenever the guy leaves in the following season.
Mm, mm, come on. No, I agree. Just thought it was because they definitely do need a receiver. Although, like you pointed out, they're definitely playing better. But could improve that passing game as well for sure. They could use it. I think so. But I do prefer the Joe All pick over Malik Neighbors. That's what I would have done as well. Just for the record.
Right. This wasn't a Jamar Chase and Penei Sewell situation because as good as Blake Neighbors is, he's not the same difference maker that Jamar Chase is, and I think that's another thing that people are looking at differently. Jamar Chase is that like big body X receiver, but he can also play in the slot. He has a little bit more versatility, whereas Neighbors is going to be an elite slot player for the rest of his life until he gets like 36 and dies out on speed and agility. But he's never going to be that X receiver who can jump ball, catch, and do everything else as a receiver. He's going to be very limited by his ability to just be an amazing route runner and speed threat.
Although I do agree, Chase has much more to his game than Neighbors. Neighbors is really stuck with Daniel right now. I think we could see I think we could really see him take over if he had an average quarterback. That is true. Hmm.
Yeah, there's also the issue of like I also have issues with him going to concerts when he's supposedly in concussion protocol. Like I think that's like I get you know your own body, but why are you going to a concert when you just got a concussion? Um, Other things like media getting blast like oh my gosh, how could you possibly have Brian Thomas Jr. above Malik Neighbors? Like that's not a diss on Neighbors. That just shows how good Brian Thomas Jr. has been. And I think that's stupid that people
Brian
are
Thomas
finding
has
that disrespectful.
clearly been the best receiver in this class.
It hasn't even really been close, and I don't think it's necessarily situational either because it's not like they've had great quarterbacks play in Jacksonville. It's not like Lawrence is playing bad, but he's not like the best quarterback that these players have
He's not
had.
moving the needle for him like, Jones
Right.
would.
And
Yeah, I
if we're talking
understand.
about underwhelming, this receiver class is the definition of that. I mean, Roma Dunze was okay a couple weeks now, but he hasn't been like the staple, and that's partially because his
Mm-mm.
quarterback has been terrible on deep passes. But a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr., who is complaining about targets, which makes no sense at all because dude drops the ball all the fucking time, and he's
He's
open, but
complaining about targets?
he was, and I don't know if he still is, but if you were complaining about targets and you go out there and drop the ball a fucking million times, why would he have faith in throwing to you? Even if you're open, he doesn't know if it's gonna be completed. Like he has a way bigger safety net in Trey McBride and
Well,
Michael
I
Wilson
mean,
because those are
as a
guys he's played
whole
with for years and they catch the ball. Michael Wilson is a great underrated receiver right now. I'm
mhm.
really thrilled with how he's played this year.
Overall, the receiver class as a whole has been a little underwhelming, right?
Absolutely. And another, yeah, Ricky
Yeah,
Pearsall had a great
here we
day
go.
in his
Here we go.
debut. But another guy who's super fucking underwhelming, Roman Wilson. Where has he been all year? Like he has been the
He
definition
played?
of absent. Huh? I could have I could have sworn he started off really fucking slow because I remember Riz talking about it earlier on Twitter whenever he wasn't injured because he was literally getting no fucking targets, no play time, which could have been an issue with Justin Fields, but I'm pretty sure he's been active.
I think he's been active too. I didn't read anything about, him being out. He got trolled. Maybe we
Yeah,
got
but that
trolled.
makes no sense. Why is he playing?
Maybe he's just on the bench? Question mark? Maybe he got 1 snap in the 1 game and never played again?
Yeah, like he's literally just not even seeing the field if he is playing.
But no injury news, nothing? Weird. Go was really high on him, right?
Yeah, he was the wide receiver 5 for Riz.
That is crazy high. Like, ahead of guys like Keon and whatnot, right? I was really high on fucking Keon Coleman, bro.
Yeah, Keon Coleman also been underwhelming, but not bad, just underwhelming. Um, which we kind of knew because he was a
Well,
raw
he
prospect
just has the
regardless.
separation issue, right? He just, he just has that. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yep.
And that's what made Jetta so elite. He was always open.
He has been good, yeah. But overall, aside from BTJ, who could be a 1 guy and maybe Neighbors, everyone is playing like a 2, right? At most. Oh, yeah. No, I understand how big of a role a receiver 2
Which
is, but
which
I think
makes
it's too high of a pick.
it really makes the Bears decision question or Caleb Williams play questionable. Like how bad is Shane Waldron to the point where you have Romo Dunze, Keenan Allen, and DJ Moore as your receivers? When one DJ Moore quitting on like just DJ Moore's effort is clearly not there as well, which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
But Caleb Williams being the worst statistical passer on balls 15 yards downfield in the last like 20 years, how? How? Literally
He
just
has not
how?
been
How
good.
does
To
that
be
make
honest with you, he has not been good.
right? But what's the issue here? Like you have all the talent, like you have what should be a good O line. Like where's the disconnect here? He has talent.
Yep. Yeah.
I was never high on the Keenan Allen pickup, but as a 3, he should be good.
Yeah, he has to be better. Has to be better. Nope.
It's also a terrible fucking look when you go and trade a 4th round pick for Keenan Allen, and then you let Darnell double O money go and do what he's doing with the Falcons right now, which I get he's a perfect scheme fit for them, but how are you gonna let a guy walk who's clearly very, very talented in the slot and then go and trade a 4th round pick for an old slot receiver who's overweight, out of shape, and never is healthy?
Mhm.
To be fair, I've been calling for Eberflus to be fired for 2 years now.
No.
Yeah, talk about guys that should have never been hired in the first place.
At least not yet, right? At least not yet. I mean, at least not yet. Young guy, linebackers coach. I mean, yeah, food for thought, right? Just maybe.
To be honest, when you said only one guy's made it work, I thought you were referring to Tom Brady.
That's funny, actually. Also worth mentioning.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, not previously mentioned, but great fucking week for football.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Oh my
very good
apologies,
week
my
for
apologies.
football.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, this was a fucking awesome game. Russ was slinging
Monday
that
night was my
thing.
favorite.
They were ill-advised throws, but some of them were fucking awesome, so it didn't matter. George Pickens or Russ threw an interception, and then George Pickens got into an MMA match with the Washington Commanders DB. Like entertainment from all levels here. Yeah,
Total.
he has another DB with the ball that just got intercepted, and instead he decides to go throw hands with the other DB in the area.
He's actually so funny. It's unbelievable. I mean, but who was it that jumped? At the last play of the game. But my guy, John Newton,
Yeah,
man,
good old Jerzon Newton.
unbelievable, seriously, I would have been so pissed if that happened to my Dolphins. I'd have been so pissed off. Unbelievable.
Yeah, because that might
Um,
be the worst jump I've ever seen. You
that was
know they're
bad.
gonna,
That
and
was
I
bad.
thought for sure they were gonna snap the ball anyways. But why are you jumping on the first hard count?
It was not good. It was really not good. But then
Like
again,
you know for sure if they snap that ball, there will be 3 checks before that even gets considered to be snapped. They will run that clock down to 8 seconds at the highest amount they will snap that ball.
mhm,
And you
it was
jump
it
at
was just it
32
was really
seconds on the
bad.
clock.
It
Like
was
it
really
was
bad,
just
bro.
so stupid. Their coaching has been great all year.
Skill issue? No, I was really, really high on him out of college, so I don't like saying that, but yeah, it was brutal. What's the next? Oh, we're going from a good game to a stinker. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this was bad. But hey, the Vikings won, and that was part of my roommate's parlay, so like goaded. But also, Mac Jones going and scoring on the first drive just to not score for the rest of the game. Like, how does Doug Peterson have? We talked about this with Matt Eberflus and Gerard Mayo, but how the fuck does Doug Peterson have a job? It's
Because they won
Wednesday.
that
He's
one
gonna
game.
coach
Because they
another.
won that
He's gonna
one
coach
game.
another week. He's gonna coach another week.
Yeah.
This guy is getting another week. He should have
Well,
got
he has
negative
excuse. He
weeks.
has excuse that T Law didn't play this game.
No, that's not an excuse. They put up 12 points, put up 13 points. You're at home.
Yeah.
You're at home and you can't put up 13 points.
Yeah, and you had a good first drive. Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. How's your? It makes no sense, right? Yep, that is true as well. We would think that, right?
See, I think it's bad culture to know that you're going to fire a guy and just keep him around because you don't want to fire him until midseason. I think that's bad culture.
It creates unnecessary tension, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair. His mustache disturbs me.
But regardless, I
Speaking
mean,
of people who should be
we're.
fired, Mickey Loomis still has a job with the
Mm,
Saints.
mhm.
Dude, I saw a fucking October post and it was talking about every NFL team's biggest fear, and the Saints was having salary cap space. It's actually so infuriating to be a fan of this team. It's still like it's been like 6 years where we just are negative 80 million. It is so annoying. Like it genuinely makes because we aren't winning in the regular season. So it makes year round not enjoyable for me. I get 1 month of enjoyment, and that's the NFL draft. And we fuck that up every year too with fucking Peyton Turner and then Trevor Penning. Fucking shoot me. God, can we get Mickey Loomis out of here? He hasn't had a good draft since 2017. Like I'm preaching to the fucking choir at this point, but God, I'm done. I want a good team. I want good culture. I don't want dog shit on dog shit on dog shit. It's irritating.
Bro's preaching.
According, hey,
Oh, I'm so sad about that, guys. I'm so sad.
Le'Veon Bell spit facts, bro. It was not Robert Saleh.
I mean, regardless if it was or not, I mean, why are you firing a guy in the middle of the season like this? That I mean, he didn't even like. Was it even really the problem with the team? It was so weird. It was just so weird. No, but with the Jets was different, man. I mean, just pointing fingers, kind of, right? Exactly. Like, you just for what reason? So weird. Yeah, 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 yep, yeah. At least not this bad, right?
Hey,
Regardless.
Quentin Williams is one loyal motherfucker because if I was Quentin Williams, I'm requesting a trade and I'm not playing another fucking snap. Obviously pre-trade
Honestly,
deadline.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Obviously pre-trade deadline, but like, yeah, if I'm Sauce Gardner, if I'm DJ Reed, if I'm Quentin Williams, I'm not fucking playing for this team. You made it a complete joke when you fired Robert Sala and then made Aaron Rodgers the head coach of the team. Like, how are you fucking do that in today's NFL?
Ah, and I don't wanna I don't wanna have victory laps here, right? But, last year, when A-Rod got hurt and it was evident that, they were just giving the offense to A-Rod, and I'm not saying I was the only one saying this, but I mean, it was a lot of people had concerns with. So the plan is to just give the team to A-Rod and let it ride. I mean, there's supposed to be a foundation. There's supposed to be guys on top. That's not how a team is supposed to operate. And it's clearly not
Well,
working
it's
out. And now
very
the defense took
apparent
a
that
step
there
back.
are
Yeah.
issues with this team when the last 2 years it's been increasingly getting worse.
Hmm.
Like you had Zach Wilson the last 2 years, and you were better than what you are with Aaron Rodgers.
Look at Zach Wilson's stats and A-Rod. They're practically the same everywhere.
Does that mean that Zach Wilson wasn't the problem?
I definitely don't think he was the problem. I mean,
Dude, if
are
Mormon
we
Mahomes
seeing a
comes back,
solution? Are we
dude,
seeing a
dude,
solution?
if Mormon Mahomes comes back, if Mormon Mahomes can make a
Look.
comeback with the NFL, I will be so happy, dude. I will be so happy. I have too many eggs in the basket of Mormon Mahomes to give up on him so soon. Hey, he's only 27. He has time.
He was very clearly a problem. Yeah. And listen, it's probably my biggest
Hey,
source. Mhm.
all I'm saying is Zach Wilson has never had a good offensive coordinator. Zach Wilson has never had a good offensive line. He's only had Garrett Wilson to lean on. All I'm saying, give Zach Wilson the tool. Give
Who's
Zach
not
Wilson
that
the
good, by
tools
the
to
way?
succeed.
Who's not that good, by the way?
Give Zach Wilson the tools to succeed, and he may just be an NFL quarterback,
And then
baby.
out of desperation, they fired their coach. We already talked about that. But then they go ahead and trade for Adams, right? And these in-season trades, they don't really work that often like that.
I fucking love to see it. Love to see Kyler Murray pop off like an absolute fucking unit. Beat the Call of Duty allegations. How can anyone not like? Okay, look, I understand that you dislike Kyler Murray. I do not understand how you can dislike Kyler Murray. I don't understand why you don't like him. You just treat him like he's an inferior quarterback. Is it because he's a little guy? Okay, as far as the commitment goes, are you seeing it more now, considering that he's not necessarily putting up the greatest numbers, but he doesn't care because he's having a more balanced offense and he's ensuring that his team is winning games? Okay. So it's the bias speaking then. Well, yeah, I'm biased too. To be fair, this the beginning the beginning of that downfall was purely a AJ Green not turning his head on a fucking curl route, and I will forever remember that interception for being one of the most infuriating things to watch as a fan of Kyler Murray, because he marched down the field on a game-winning drive, and AJ Green fucked him in the ass. Yeah, but the 11-0 Steelers were actually fucking terrible. The undefeated Cardinals were actually a good team on paper. When you watched them, or sorry, not on paper, on film, when you watched the 7-0 Cardinals, you were like, damn, this team looks fucking good. Whereas the Steelers, you were like, how is this team winning games, let alone being 11-0? And yet they both had the same fucking wild card loss. Yes, I get it. But that's also partially because Cliff Kingsbury is not a good head coach. He doesn't set a culture. I think him as an OC with Dan Quinn, who does set a great culture, is working out amazing because he doesn't have the burden of having to carry the culture of the team. He just has to focus on offensive play calling, which is working wonders in Washington. And that's totally fair, but also I think he was in at the time of 7-0, you couldn't vote anybody else coach of the year at that point. At the midpoint of that season, he was the coach of the year. Yeah, but he kind of should be. I mean, actually fucking give it to Spags. Easily, easily. Talking about a stinker of the week, this game fucking blew. I didn't even watch it. I just know it sucked because it was terrible football. Nothing good was happening. The Texans lost a game where they got 5 interceptions. Like, how do you do that, man? Right. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair, but also The Texans gotta be looking to fire their offensive coordinator with how the team has performed this year. This is a team that had Super Bowl expectations, and right now they're having wild card appearances as far as play on the field. I get they're obviously going to win the South because the South sucks, but in general, they look like a wild card team at best. I wanted him to be my head coach. Which it just goes to yeah, it makes me feel better about it. But this is also a thing with that makes me really enticed with Ben Johnson because his offense isn't looking as good as it has in years past, but he's consistently still putting out upper end offenses, and that's what makes me have so much faith in him as a head coach. Is we continue to see amazing offenses. Like he's not a fucking what's it called? He's not Adam Gase where he has 1 year of being the number one offense and it's because of Peyton Manning or whatever. But he doesn't have the 1 year of having the elite offense and then dying off. Whereas we're seeing with a bunch of these offensive coordinators who we're considering head coach candidates, they're having that 1 year of great offense and then they're dying off a little bit. I hope that's not the case for a guy like Dave Canales. Even though they're a division rival, I do really like Dave Canales, so I do want him to succeed as a head coach. But I also am getting more and more concerned by these 1 year head coach booms and then they become head coaches and then it's just not panning out. So I would like to see teams going for more experienced guys. Not necessarily like a Todd Bowles. I think Todd Bowles isn't the best option, but I think there are other long-term options that have proven themselves better. And I think that's what the Chargers did fucking amazingly with getting a Jim Harbaugh is getting someone who you knew would set the tone for the team and make sure that they would provide a winning culture. I think teams are not necessarily valuing that as much as they should over a crafty offensive guy because they're just trying to emulate what the Niners and Rams did. Right. It's kind of like taking Anthony Richardson over a guy like Bo Nix, which obviously I wouldn't make that decision 10 times out of 10, but um, obviously different draft classes, but just like an example of a low ceiling, or sorry, a low ceiling, high floor guy versus a high floor or high ceiling, low floor guy. True. You either make a decision that makes you go down in history, or you make a decision that gets you fired. Um, only real talking point here is that I could see Anthony Weaver as a head coach candidate, not this year, but next year. He looks really good. Mhm. Dude, did you see did you see BetMGM's ceiling and floor for Carson Beck? Like player comps? I can't remember who the floor was. It was one of the like I think it was like fuck. I can't remember who the floor was, but it was one of the like bad white quarterbacks, but then the ceiling was Daniel Jones and so it went fucking viral. Let me see if I can find this. Ceiling. Yeah, 4 is Will Levis. Right, just one of those where you had a feeling that they would get it. With also having a really good, 3rd guy in there 'cause, Sean Tucker is, like, a perfect shoe-in for, like, a Bucky Irving replacement, which those are gonna be your, like, bell cow backs regardless, so it's good to have, like, just an amazing room of 3 different guys. I forgot to mention this in the Saints game. Go ahead. I forgot to mention this in the Saints game, but when Kamara dropped that streaking touchdown that he would have clearly had at the very end of the game, like what would have sealed the win for the Saints, I screamed and then he dropped it and then I went completely silent. And it might have been the biggest what the fuck moment I've had with the Saints, which is saying a lot because the Saints have had a ton of what the fuck moments. But Alvin Kamara dropping a wide open pass, that's got to be up there on what the fuck. Yeah, especially when it's in the breadbasket. But what were you gonna say about the running backs for the Bucks? Is it? Yeah, I didn't mean to say that he's been in or that he was involved in that game, but just in general, I think he is a really good run. Because I was talking about this with my roommate, and there's like a clear top 5 running back rooms right now, and I think it's the Bucks, it's the Lions, Ravens, um, the Panthers have a really good one, and then I would either say the Niners or Eagles just for their immense talent at the top end, but that doesn't necessarily say room. But yeah, I think there's like a pretty clear top 4. Yeah, the Bucks might be the best looking team that's 2 games below 500, like, that I've seen. Like, the Bucks look really good for being that bad of a record. Yeah, your right side is not good. And, yeah, Trent Williams is he's, like, slightly above league average, but he's not the best tackle in football by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, one oh, I thought for sure he was missing that last one. Not, like, going into it, but, like, the way that it was moving, I thought it was gonna be a miss.
I am back,
Moody
beautiful
sucks.
people.
Get that guy off the field. How is Rodrigo Blankenship unemployed when Moody has a job?
Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, 100%.
Yeah, that muff punt was a massive issue, and when it happened, I was like, "Fuck, that could be the turning point." And it's so s yeah, you gotta know when to bail on that. Yeah.
Um, I my cat dropped a fucking like so I leave a little bit of water for them in the kitchen, and my cat, being the asshole he is, just dropped it, and who had to clean it? I mean, me truly. And I'm assuming I missed my beautiful Dolphins game, huh? Well, I mean, I thought defense had a phenomenal game. They've been solid all year. They've had two bad games, which were the last two that we lost, but that was a beautiful game by Anthony Weaver. And Zach Sealer's a dog. Chop Robinson had a good game. Ramsey has been good all year. Running game didn't get going as much as we been getting it going, but Tua had a good game outside of he had what the INT and a fumble. Outside of that, he had I mean, especially in the second half, he had some really really clutch throws. That fucking throw to convert a third down. Well, it was to Malik Washington between two defenders as the nickel, or it was a linebacker. I'm not sure if it was a nickelback or a linebacker. He was dropping down to cover that route. That was a beautiful fucking throw. I'm not sure if you know what which throw I'm talking about. Dude, what a beautiful fucking throw. I have to find it real quick and send it to you guys. So maybe you're not recalling it, but it was probably where the Dolphins iced the game, and I mean it was a beautiful throw. Let me see if I can find it. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, his progression had a did a beautiful job with the Ravens last year with the D line, and just Dolphins defense as a whole has been great this year. So I could see it definitely, and I'm still looking for that clip. All right. Hmm. I'm going to the game. Obviously, yours truly. I'm heading there expecting a win. I mean, from how this team has looked in the last 3 games, and heating up at the right time. It's a game we absolutely have to win. And the Raiders are starting Gardner Minshew. I don't know if you
Just
saw that.
keep his job.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, and do we all have the Steelers?
Yes.
Wow, wow, coaster
Um,
guarantee.
Look, and I get it. I'm probably gonna be the reason why the Steelers lose because every single fucking Ravens game I just cannot get right. I either pick them and they lose, or I pick the other team and then the Ravens kick their ass. So I'm just fucking admitting defeat with the Ravens. They can suck my balls. The Steelers are gonna win this game.
Yeah, I'm going Steelers as well, and I think primarily matchup, and I don't like how the Ravens defense looks.
Uh,
Yeah. Plus playing at home, so I'm quite comfortable with the pick.
oh, I don't know if I didn't mention this on the podcast, but fuck the Falcons. They're like quickly becoming one of my least favorite teams.
I mean, they play in your division. I would hope so.
No, I actually didn't have beef with them up until this year. I can't fucking stand Bijan. I can't stand the glaze the Falcons get. They suck. They're a below average team, and the fact that they are going to win a division is terrible because the Bucks are a way better team than them in almost every facet. Half their wins have come off of bullshit. They won a coin toss, so they beat the Bucks. I get they Bucks should have gone for or shouldn't they should have gone for two because they didn't get the ball last, but they should have converted on first down. They should have never let the Falcons get the ball back. But they outplayed the Falcons in every single part of that game, and they should have beat the Falcons. The Falcons had no fucking reason to beat the Saints the first time. The fact that they won that game is straight horseshit. Young Wei Koo going fucking Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan in the one game where it's against the Saints because fuck me, right? Yeah, the Falcons are just a below average team, and the fact that they have a positive record is asinine. They're not that good.
Hey, let's go.
Rant's over.
One would think we're gonna pick a Falcons game right now, right?
Sorry.
No, we love their the guaranteed coaster. For me, it's an easy one. That is true. He hates more teams than I do. That is true. He hates more teams than I do.
Yeah, the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Falcons, the Panthers because my coworker's a Panthers fan.
Miami because of Barufi. Say it. Yep.
Nah, I don't hate the Dolphins. They just suck.
There we go. All right. Beautiful. I'm
Yeah,
not
this is gonna
expecting.
be.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, all right. Beautiful. So I'm not expecting Jamar to go bonkers again or Burrow, and they lost that game. It's a more solid Chargers D with a strong running game. I think the Chargers win it by a TD. I think.
This if I picked the Bengals, it'd be one where I'm punching myself later, similar to the Bengals Eagles game where I picked the Bengals and I told myself that I was gonna be wrong for picking the Bengals. So I'm just gonna be smart enough to pick the fucking Chargers here. They're the better head coach, they're a better team, better line. Right now, I don't want to say better quarterback, but very well could have better quarterback. Very clearly better defense. I don't know what happened to Lou Anaromo, but his defense is all out of whack. Zach Taylor, we already have talked enough about him needing to be fired. So just give me the Chargers here.
Another all Colts are guarantees so far, huh? Well,
Pretty
I have
clear
a
pick
fe
so far
I
too,
I
though.
have I have a feeling it's not gonna be a guarantee for the next one though.
Yeah, you're probably picking the Chiefs.
Yeah, I am picking the Chiefs. I'm just looking at the defense, honestly. I think the only way the Bills would win if they dominate offensively, and I don't think they're gonna dominate offensively.
I mean,
Obviously,
that's fair, but also this Chiefs defense just let Bo Nix score on them pretty consistently. Um, which I've said all
only
year that
14
this Chiefs
points.
defense the I've said all year that this Chiefs de I've said all year this Chiefs defense is the best in football. Who did they play the week before the Broncos? Because they gave up points to the team before the Broncos. Yeah, they gave up. Yeah, the Bucks they gave up like they let the Bucks almost score at will, which they shouldn't be able to, especially with no fucking receivers on that team. I just think the Bills are way more suited to win this game, especially at home. They're the better offense by far. It's not even close. We're talking about an MVP quarterback versus one of the lower end quarterbacks in the year so far. And then we also have a defense that's not bad, but it's obviously not on the level of the Chiefs. But I think that home field advantage is obviously a clear um, separator in
Th-
this
This
situation.
this is not the same Chiefs team from years past where they're gonna run over teams and win by
It would
30.
also be it would also be so fucking satisfying if the Bills blew them out. If the Bills blew them out to end their fucking undefeated streak, that'd feel so satisfying.
But they play to their level of competition, which it's a good or a bad thing for this current team. I don't expect the
We
Bills
didn't
to get
play
a
to
lot
their
going
level of
on offense.
competition when they were in Miami this year.
Um, no, I'm talking about Chiefs,
Oh,
and that's for
I'm
Buffalo. I
sorry for
mean,
being a dick. I'm sorry for being a dick.
I
I
I
rescind what I said.
I, I said it about that game. I mean, you're not really shocking anyone here. Um, and I mean, again, for the Chiefs, they're winning every game close. They're not the same team for years prior. They're blowing everyone out on offense. But regardless of how Mahomes has been playing, he's every game he's making an extra play. And I think it's going to be the case for this game. It's going to be close, but I think the Chiefs will win.
If the Chiefs win another fucking barn burner on some bullshit blocked field goal, I
Uh,
might put a bullet in my
I
head.
think I think it's going to be more of a boring game than people think. They're two of the best teams in football, maybe the two best teams in football right now, and I think it's going to be a boring game, offensively at least. No,
I'm not expecting a blowout either. I think this is gonna be like a 3-point game, but if the Bills pulled it off, I would be elated. It would feel so good.
listen, don't get me wrong. If the Bills win, I have reason to celebrate as well. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, and this is only a losing situation for me. It's a win-win for Barufi.
It's a win-win for me. Yep. No.
Jets should win this game, but fucking Aaron Rodgers, so give me the Colts.
No, I'm going with the Jets just because the Colts are just dysfunctional right now. I mean, not that the Jets are super functional, but they're playing at home. You know, surely they'll get something going on offense at some point, right? Yeah.
and that's very valid.
Might be snoozer fest, honestly.
It's bold of you to put it's bold of you to pick the Vikings to put up 28 points against the second best defense as far as points allowed when they just put up 12 on the Jags. Yeah, the Titans have the second. I'm 90% sure that they were the second best scoring defense going into last week. Oh, okay. No. So I was way off. The Tennessee Titans have a fucking stat of all stats, to say the least. They are the number one total defense. They allow the least amount of yards while giving up the fourth most amount of points. Yeah, that means they have small field position. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious, dude. Oh god, that is such a funny stat, dude.
I do think you gave a lot of points to the Vikings, but most importantly to me, I think you gave too many points to the Titans. I don't think they're scoring 17, dog.
Against the Brian Flores defense, that's crazy.
Yeah. The Vikings are still winning, but when I watch them, maybe you guys agree with me, maybe you guys don't. But does it feel like they're coming down to earth a little bit in how they're playing?
Well, we always expected some regression, but they still look like a good team.
Yeah, but I can't.
This isn't
They're not dominating teams like they were. I mean, I don't know.
this isn't the level of Bears regression that we've seen from that team.
But I mean, I can't seriously come to you and say, "Oh, this team is going past the divisional." I don't think they're going past the divisional if win a playoff game. I don't know.
Yeah, but that was always a far-stretched expectation. I mean, this is a backup quarterback at the end of the day.
I mean, yes and no because week 6, week 7, the talk was, this team is legit. The team to be in the NFC and whatnot. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So and falling down a little bit. Just an observation. They're still good.
Right, right. Yeah.
I can't have no. I don't have the courage to pick the Browns to win any games, honestly. I don't have the courage for it. I mean, why? Well, like, what is going for them for me to pick the Browns? Yeah.
This game is gonna be fucking awful. I'm a
Well,
Saints
there
fan,
you
and I really don't wanna watch it, dude. This is just gonna be so fucking boring.
go.
There's
There you
gonna,
go.
like,
Yeah.
nothing entertaining about this game. That being said, the Saints are probably gonna win just because it's gonna fuck over our draft odds and get us a less than top 10 pick, and it's gonna make even the 1 month that I enjoy out of the year for football unenjoyable. So yeah, give me the Saints. Yeah, I also feel
Mm,
like the Rams should win this game, but I have Drake May's dick down my throat, so give me the Patriots.
whoa, whoa! We're getting demon hours. Demon hours. We will.
We
It's okay,
stay
Jacob.
glazing on the Coast to Coast podcast.
This safe space, Jacob. It's okay. Anyways, um, this has underdog win all over the place, bro. I mean, the Rams are favorites, right? Yeah, underdog went all over the place, all over the place. And I am not though. I don't have Drake's May dick down my throat, you know. Although I am a big Drake May guy. I'll still go with the
I'll
Rams here.
glaze Drake May any day.
I the Rams had no touchdowns against that stout Dolphins defense last game. I don't think that's going to be the case here. Not that the Patriots are are bad or anything. I just don't think the Rams are going to have another bad game offensively. And that's me speaking purely from a stats or statistical standpoint. Not that it has any correlation whatsoever, but yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah, you're being very nice to the
yeah,
Jags.
because Lawrence is not playing this game again. I'm right there with your other range as well, 16 plus and whatnot. Yeah,
I think 38 to 12 is more accurate. The Jags aren't getting a touchdown. They'll be lucky to get 4 field goals.
actually, you're wrong. Anthony Anthony never said they're getting 2 touchdowns here. It could be 4 field goals and a safety. It could be 4 field goals and a safety. No. Yeah, but then you're saying that they're going into the end zone. It could
Well,
be it could be
well, 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 well.
455.
We gotta
It could
factor
be
in that Jared Goff just threw 5 interceptions. They might get good
it could
starting
also
field position.
be 55-yard field goals.
Yeah.
I do not. I really don't.
Well, it was tipped at the very last second. It was very clearly redirected. On the Cisco one where the announcer was like, "How did he not catch that?" Dude, it got redirected immediately. Like right in Dude, I'm 90% sure we're talking about the same play, and I'm 99% sure that that ball was tipped by the receiver and then it redirected.
I'll go with the Falcons here. No, I I think this could be one of the best games of the week. I think Denver has been showing good stuff, especially defensively. And offensively, with the power of moving the ball, they're not completely dead on offense as they've been as of late. Um, I think the Falcons get it right this week. Though I think they really need this game, not just for playoff implications, but they need that morale. I feel like they're supposed to be better at this time of the year than they have been. Tough game, yeah, tough game.
Wait, holy shit.
Oh,
Guys, look at this fucking still image I'm about to put in the fucking shot. This play resulted in an interception.
are you bantering CJ Stroud? What's going on? But yeah,
That's bad, dude.
that is bad. Yeah. Did we talk about CJ Stroud's regression today?
Yes, we said he's been playing bad.
Okay, I probably wasn't here then. Yeah, I'll put my sticks on it. Yeah, it's been bad.
Yeah, how does that end up as an interception? I have no fucking clue, but that's bad, dude.
Hmm. Are are the Cowboys the most disappointing team this year?
No, because I didn't have high expectations. The Bengals are easily the most disappointing team.
No, I don't think they are.
No,
Just
they
posing a
are. Their
question.
schedule is way too easy for them to be this bad.
No, 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 no. I don't think the Cowboys are.
Oh, I thought
Okay.
you were saying the Bengals weren't. I was
No, no,
like,
I definitely think the Bengals are. I definitely think the Bengals are.
if we're talking about like how they started versus how they are now,
I
if we're
mean,
talking about how
Miami.
they
Sure.
started versus how they are now, fuck the Saints. Fuck the Saints. Because
Yeah, but
God, they gave me the biggest cock tease ever. They gave me hope. They gave me
but
hope. And
we're we're
that's
we're
not
talking
okay.
teams. No, 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 no. Playoff now. Playoff now. I mean, yes, but we're talking. I'm talking. A lot of people have taught
Anthony,
Super
you and
Bowl.
I
I
very
mean,
much had higher expectations for the Bengals than we did the Jets. They're
where do you
both
guys
gonna miss playoffs.
where do you guys put Miami in the conversation?
I never had high expectations for my Miami. They weren't making the playoffs in my preseason predictions, so I don't
Okay,
really know.
but I mean, the beginning of the season, I don't think anybody actually expected that. Like it was bad.
I mean, yeah, they were underwhelming. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I agree. I
I'm
agree with
picking
everything you said.
Washington. I'm picking Washington on the sheer will that Cameron is wrong about another lock of the day.
I
Yeah, on Thursday Night Football, which is why I'm just praying that he's wrong because I need that streak to end so he can shut up about it.
I think the Eagles win, but I really do hope the Commanders win. But
In all likelihood, the Eagles are winning because Cameron picked them, but I want Washington to win.
no, me too. Not because of Cameron. Yeah, just
Man, if Jordan Love is putting up 27 points on your defense, then you should be fired as a head coach.
I mean, I mean, 27 is not that much. Come on, 27 is not that much.
For Jordan Love?
Yeah,
True.
it could be Caleb Williams disaster class. It could be Caleb Williams disaster class. I don't know.
Hey, if
Hmm.
if you weren't with Jordan Love when he had 22 interceptions, then you cannot have him when he had 16 interceptions.
And I mean, missing a long time as well, and missing a long time as well.
Oh God.
And same thing. Just to touch on it, the same thing with Tua and the Love situation. Tua had the consistency concern and the injury concern. Love had the concern that he played one fucking season, and we're paying these two guys that much money. I mean, we already talked about that, but just to reiterate, I mean, seriously, yeah, no, yeah, yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely. And then you're paying that guy, you're handing him the keys for franchise. But if you don't have to pay him, why are we paying him? Yeah, I mean, you have to see more of the guy. I mean, look at Stroud. The same thing. Just played one season, played one good season. We have to see more out of you, though. You know.
Yeah.
Anyways, mm,
Niners win this in a
yeah, and then there's snooze fest. Holy. Oh yeah.
man. Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray are on the same bye week. Well, who am I going to cheer for this week?
Tua, Tua, cheer for
No,
Tua.
not. Yeah, I'm fine with that. But also, who's on that? Why the fuck did he tackle with his head on?
He's a football guy. That's why. Football guy.
That's no, that's idiotic. How stupid are you?
Listen, I know. I'm just trying to make the best out of it.
Hey, hey, look, this might be the only thing I cheer for Tyreek Hill on. Preseason, he said the Baker Mayfield is a top 5 quarterback, and he was spitting facts when he said that. So I might cheer for the Dolphins for that reason. Five
Well,
quarterbacks better than him this year.
Tyreek said it, so he's right.
Five quarterbacks that are better than Baker Mayfield this year.
Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes, Mahomes,
You
Mahomes.
didn't. Jared Goff is objectively wrong. I would accept Brock Purdy, but not Jared Goff.
Oh,
Dude, he
Goff had
literally.
one bad game. Listen, to be fair, Goff had one bad game. To be fair, I mean,
No, 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 no. Goff did not have one bad game. He was not good in weeks 1 and 2, and then he just had a 5 interception game. 3 of his 9 weeks are bad, objectively bad. That is not better than Baker Mayfield. He was not bad last week.
doesn't he have 9 picks in the year already?
That wasn't on his own, dude. That what is he supposed to do? Trey Palmer is his wide receiver one. That was doesn't mean it's bad.
Who are we kidding, guys? Tua has been better than Baker. Who are we kidding, guys? Who are we kidding, guys? Can I say something? I have Kyler over Baker.
That's just objectively false.
I think I think you could argue Bo, no? Bo Nix? I think you could argue.
I'm leaving the call. Good night, guys.
Yeah, tell us all the quarterbacks that have been better than Baker so far this year, just to show Jacob.
This
Oh
man did.
yeah.
This man did not just say Bo Nix. This guy did not just say Bo Nix is debatably better than Baker Mayfield right now.
Well, he has a better name. He has the better name. First off,
What?
yeah. Yep. There you go.
How is Mason Rudolph already have 4 interceptions? That's
There you go.
that's bad, dude. DTR has 2 interceptions. He only has one gameplay.
How's that even possible?
Baker Mayfield's a top 5 quarterback. Go watch Lord of the Rings. That's it.